Welcome to Built for More. This is not a podcast about hype. It's not about quick motivation. It's not about staying comfortable. This is about discipline. This is about growth. This is about becoming the man you were created to be. If you know deep down you're capable of more leadership, more strength, more purpose, then you're in the right place. Let's build together. Most battles in life are not fought on the outside. They're fought in your mind. Before you ever take action, before you ever quit, before you ever push forward or step back, there's a conversation happening inside your head. And that conversation determines everything. Your mind can build you, or it can break you. It can push you forward, or it can convince you to stay exactly where you are. What I have learned on my own journey is that discipline is not just physical. It is mental. In fact, most of the time, the real fight is not with your schedule, your job, or your circumstances. It's with your thoughts. There have been moments where I knew exactly what I needed to do. I knew I needed to get up earlier. I knew I needed to move more. I knew I needed to stay consistent. I knew I needed to stop making excuses. But knowing and doing are not the same thing, because the mind starts talking. It tells you you're tired. It tells you you'll start tomorrow. It tells you one day won't matter. It tells you you've already done enough. And if you listen long enough, you'll believe it. That is how people stay stuck. Not because they're incapable, but because their own mind keeps them negotiating out of their own growth. Your mind will always try to protect comfort. It wants what is familiar. It wants what is easy. It wants what's required the least resistance. But growth requires the opposite. Growth requires you to do things that feel uncomfortable, unfamiliar, and sometimes inconvenient. And the moment you step into that space, your mind starts pushing back. That is the war. The war is not out there. The war is between the voice that wants comfort and the voice that wants growth. I have had to learn how to recognize that voice in my own life. The one that says slow down. The one that says skip it today. The one that says you can get serious later. And the truth is, that voice sounds reasonable. It sounds logical. It sounds like it cares about you. But it does not care about your future. It cares about keeping you comfortable right now. The moment I started realizing that, everything changed. I stopped asking myself what I felt like doing. I started asking myself what the standard was. If the standard says move, then I move. If the standard says show up, I show up. If the standard says stay disciplined, I stayed disciplined. Not because my mind agrees, it's because my decision is stronger than my thoughts. Your mind will lie to you when you are tired. It will tell you that you cannot. It will tell you that it's too late. It will tell you that you have already fallen too far behind. But those thoughts are not facts. They are reactions. And if you do not learn to control your mind will control your life. The strongest men are not the ones who never doubt themselves. They are the ones who do not let doubt decide for them. They feel the resistance, but they move anyway. They hear the excuses, but they act anyway. They notice the fear, but they keep building anyway. Mental discipline is what turns effort into progress. It is what keeps you consistent when motivation fades. It is what allows you to keep showing up when nobody else is watching. There has been days on my own journey where my mind has told me to take it easy. Days where I could have easily slipped back into the old habits. Days where nobody would have known if I skipped the work. But I would have known myself. And that matters, because every time you listen to the weaker voice, you reinforce it. And every time you act in spite of it, you weaken it. You train your mind the same way you train your body: repetition, consistency, standards. The more you follow through, the stronger your mindset becomes. The more you give in, the louder the excuses get. Your mind is not your enemy, but it is not always your leader either. It needs direction. It needs discipline. It needs a man who decides who is in control. There will always be thoughts telling you to slow down. There will always be moments where doubt shows up. There will always be days when you feel off. That does not mean you stop. That means you lead yourself anyway. The man who controls his mind controls his direction, and the man who controls his direction controls his future. You do not have to silence every negative thought. You just have to stop letting them make the decisions for you. Because the moment your standards become louder than your excuses, your life begins to change. One decision at a time. One disciplined thought at a time. One moment where you choose growth over comfort. Control your mind, or it'll control you. You are not stuck. You are not finished. You are not average. You are built for more. But nothing changes unless you do. So take one step today, make one decision today, lay one brick today, and when no one is watching, keep building. I'll see you on the next episode of Built for More.